Hey everyone, this is CK, Strip View. Sporting my new messy haircut. Alright, so we're going to talk about voting. Hopefully this is the last political thing I will post for a while. I know I haven't posted much. I had major abdominal surgery. I had little robot arms in my tum-tum, putting my internal organs where they go. Because apparently they'd moved around. So, yeah. So, anyway, be sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, notifications, make comments down below. All the YouTube things. All the YouTube things. Alright. So, I don't... Okay, I shouldn't say... I was going to say I don't really like getting political, but I do. But I don't like getting... I didn't set out to get political on the channel. But we are just going to... Well... Alright. I'm just going to jump into it. Remember last time we talked about if you're a non-voter, which there are many good reasons for being a non-voter, not the least of which is if voting made a big difference, they wouldn't let us do it. That if you vote Libertarian, that we can have a three-party system. Okay? That's been my main push this election cycle. Just trying to get people to get out and vote for Jo Jorgensen. Not so she can win, but so we can get to 5%, and then we will have a three-party system, at least as long as we continue to support Libertarians after that. Also, once we break up, once we get another party to break up that Republican-Democrat monopoly, really, because you can say what you want, but if you actually look at stuff the presidents do, there is very little difference. Okay, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So first off, if you are a non-voter or plan not to vote or whatever, it's probably too late to get a mail-in ballot. I think it depends on the state. I think some states you can pick them up. I don't know. Anyway, just go vote. Now, a lot of times when you hear, go vote, go vote, go vote, they mean vote Democrat, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. I mean vote Libertarian. Second group of people that need to vote Libertarian is Green Party, anyone who votes for any third party, any of the other third parties, which there aren't many once you are done with Libertarian and the Green Party. But if we get Libertarians as a major party, one of the things we, those of us who are libertarians and involved in the libertarian movement and stuff, we don't have any problem getting Green Party on the big stage. Okay? Why not have 4 or 5? I think we need 5. I think you need a far right, a center, a left, a far left. Okay? I think 5 parties is a good number. So, it would certainly lead to more negotiating and compromise. At least discussion. As it is right now, you've got two groups working together, because they always do the same shit. And, it just, anyway. Okay, so, if you're Green Party, you should vote Libertarian, because we need more representation. A lot of Green Party people end up voting Democrat. That's great if you want nothing to change. If you are very happy with the system we have in place right now, and you are inclined to vote for the Green Party, and you vote for Biden, that is a vote for the status quo. Pure and simple. It's a quote to keep the two-party system. All right? And that's just the math. It's just the math. If Democrats and Republicans who weren't happy with their candidates or Congress or whatever, if they really weren't happy, they'd vote a different way, but they've been convinced not to. Almost everyone you talk to says we need more parties, but no one votes for them. Because people want to vote for the winner, so they're on the winning side. Stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do what's best for the country. Vote Libertarian, so we can get a third party, so we can get a fourth party, so we can get a fifth party. So all of American opinions can be represented instead of just these two friends convincing everyone else that the other one is Satan. So, non-voters, vote Libertarian. Green Party, vote Libertarian. Libertarians, vote Libertarian. Do it. I don't care if Joe isn't anarcho-capitalist enough for you. I don't care if you want tight borders. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. You need to vote Libertarian. There are a lot of Libertarians that they've got their principles, damn it, and we're not going to win anyway, so what difference does it make if I don't vote for Joe because she's not anarchist enough for me? Okay? Well, again, even not voting is a vote for the status quo. Again, if you like the way the country's been going lately, keep voting Democrat and Republican, because I promise you it's going to keep up that way. Okay? All right. So, Democrats should vote Libertarian. Let me tell you why. A lot of people don't like Trump because of what women have to say about him getting handsy. And what he says about getting handsy. Interesting thing about that, Joe Biden's been accused of the same shit, and we got pictures of it. We got pictures of him groping on little girls and smelling them and shit like that. It's messed up. Joe Jorgensen is the only presidential candidate that is on the ballot in every single state, every single county, every single. Every single one of you can get out there and vote for Joe Jorgensen on election day. Okay, she is on every ballot in every state. Green Party's not like that. At least Libertarians are on every ballot. Okay? So, another interesting thing is, as far as presidential candidates that are on every ballot in every state go, she's the only one not accused of raping anyone. It seems like, let me think. God, it seems like there's a political party out there that, they tried to block a Supreme Court nomination just because of an accusation that was unsubstantiated and unfounded and no proof. Believe all women. God, that sounds familiar. Seems like someone who attacked victims of her husband said it a lot. God, it's just hard to say which of the two major parties the feminists support. Anyway, if you are a feminist, you should be voting for Joe Jorgensen, not just for all the reasons listed last presidential election for why you should vote for Hillary just because she's a woman. I'm man enough to vote for her. Anyone else see that picture? Oh my God, it was crazy. It's like he had a beard and tattoos and stuff, but still looked like a pussy that you just if you punched him in the nose one time, he would cry and be like, "Mom." but they're trying to make it look like they've got this tough, manly man, when in reality, it's just some goddamn model posing, and it's just sad. It is obvious what her idea of... Anyway. So, if you are a woman, if you are a feminist, if you do not want to support people accused of sexual assault and rape, you should vote Jo Jorgensen, because she is the only candidate in every state, on every ballot, that has never been accused of that. Period. None of this. Well, but see, Biden's accuser is a Sagittarius, so it doesn't count, or whatever lame ass excuse you're making up for yourself to vote for one of the major parties. Whatever excuse you're coming up with to vote for a sexual predator, man, that's between you and your conscience, because it's hypocritical bullshit. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't let them demonize someone else to the point that as a woman or as a feminist or just anyone that believes all people should be treated equal is going to vote for a sexual predator. That's what you get if you vote for Biden. That's what you get if you vote for Trump, too. Okay? But we're talking about Biden because Trump supporters don't get all self-righteous about it. If you get self-righteous about women's rights and safety and feminism in general, and you vote for Biden, you're just a lying hypocrite who don't believe it. You don't believe nothing. You want a sexual predator to be president. You want to continue a system that gives you nothing but sexual predators to choose from. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm principled enough to not give in to that, but I am. And you know, I'm not a big supporter of being overly principled, but basic, hey, don't vote for sexual predators. You know what else you shouldn't do? You shouldn't vote for racists. All right? Joe Biden has a long history of supporting segregationalists, and making racist comments. All right? I have a link I am more than happy to send you from NBC. NBC, who are huge leftist liberals. It's not like it's from Fox News. It's not like it's Brett Baier or anything like that. This is NBC talking about how Joe Biden did more than just stood by, but actively supported and voted for segregationalist laws. He said Barack Obama was the first black man he ever met who was clean and well-spoken. During his vice presidential run, he spoke at the funeral for a Ku Klux Klan former leader. Obviously former, you don't keep leading the Klan on your deathbed. They like alive people. That was Joe Biden when he was vice president. So don't tell yourself, oh, well, that was so long ago. It wasn't. Like 4 or 5 years ago, Joe Biden was honoring Klan leaders. That's the truth. Look it up. Google it. Okay? So, if you're one of those Democrats out there who says that you can't vote for Trump because he's a racist, guess what? Biden's a racist too. If you say that some of your proof of Donald Trump being racist is the kids in cages and separating families at the border, who started that? Who built those cages? Who started that government policy? Obama and Biden did. Trump changed it. Because no one cared about those people until Trump was president. And then once Trump's president, all of a sudden you're going to pretend you care? Because if you vote for Biden, you don't care. You are just pretending because you don't like Trump. And that's just as racist. It is just as racist to patronize and pretend that you think all people are created equal as it is to not treat them equally, because you are using those people. So, if you're against kids in cages, if you're against separating families, you can't vote for Biden without being a hypocrite who doesn't mean a goddamn word you say. Okay? Now, obviously, these same points go to Trump. Okay? With any of these accusations. The difference is that Trump supporters don't pretend to care about people they're using. And Biden and Kamala pretend to care about people they are using. And that's what pisses me off the most about it. Or like people who say, he called all Hispanics and Latinos, whichever. Well, I guess Latino because we're not being gender specific. Or you'd say Latina because I'm being feminist. Anyway, he called them animals and rapists. No, he called them 13 animals and rapists. My daughter is Hispanic. He didn't call her an animal and a rapist. He didn't. He called the gang members that. And maybe you've never dealt with gang members who take part in drug trafficking and human trafficking and slavery. Those are the people he was talking about. Which, guess what, folks? Slavery is alive and well in America today. I saw a lot of it in Vegas. I did everything I could to try to stop it. Or at least deal with the cases in front of me. Okay? Obviously, I'm one person who's kind of an outspoken asshole, so there's not a lot I can do on my own. Alright, so, people are planning on voting for Trump. You should, honestly, I can't even give you a good reason. I mean, all the reasons I've already given for voting for Joe apply. Okay? But I don't see a lot of Trump supporters saying we're not going to vote for him because of what women say. You know, he's a bad person because of what some women have accused him of. Or anyway. He never voted for segregation. Joe Biden did. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Election Day. I'm more than a little concerned. And I'm more than a little concerned about the people that have stopped talking to other people. That have stopped reading about or listening to different points of view. Alright? Yes, we need more political parties. At the same time, we need to start treating each other with respect and listen to each other. And realize that there can be various ways to view the same events. And that just because someone doesn't agree with you doesn't make them Hitler. It just makes them a different person. And you should respect that, just as you want to be respected.